Let's face it, change is inevitable in our lives. Oftentimes, it's unexpected and things happen that cause us to reevaluate, shift, and pick a new course. So how do we do that? Well, my guest today is author and expert Art Costello, and he's here to talk about his book, Expectation Therapy. Art, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me, Kristen.
So in your book, Expectation Therapy, you talk about the role of expectations and how our expectations help us move forward in life. How do expectations relate to the ability to make a change?
Because expectations are the center of our growth process. When we learn how to handle our expectations, it becomes very easier to make change in our life. We do that through 3 steps. We identify the problem, we clarify the problem, and then we solidify a plan to make the change happen. And that's how we move forward. It's the basis that we all change from.
Expectations. Do we all have them?
Everybody has expectations. Since the dawn of man, they've been implanted in our minds.
And what's their role in our ability to live the life that we want to be living?
It's the driving force that how we create. It's our creative juice comes from our expectation, because it's how we learn to dream. It's how we learn to move forward. It's where our passion lies in our expectations, and it just drives everything forward.
What happens if we don't expect the best for ourselves?
We're stagnant. We don't move. We're halted. It stops everything when you don't expect. I often have when I'm talking in front of a group of people, I'll ask them to do a little experiment, because people say, I don't ever expect anything. And I'll say, put your right hand over your nose, your left hand over your mouth. They soon learn that even their breath has an expectation attached to it. Everything we do is from an expectation. There isn't anything that I've found yet that isn't expectation driven.
How are our expectations created?
We create our expectations by how we start developing as a child and start moving on, and over time, the events in our life create the direction that we're going to take. So we just move forward. If we don't expect, then, like I said, we just halt. So if we form it from a positive standpoint, which I believe is based in faith, then we move forward in a fluid manner. If it's fear-based, which is the opposite of the positive, then everything becomes halted. Have you ever run into somebody that can't make a decision, can't ever figure it out, can't move forward? It's because their expectations as a child were probably stilted or halted in some fashion, and they haven't learned to move through fluidly and make their expectations a reality.
Are our expectations created in places other than our childhood?
Yeah, they're ever changing. As we grow and we move forward, we always upping the ante. It's like a poker game. We keep on raising the ante. Some people stop it after high school, and that's how they live their life. They live in the same town, the same place. They work at the same job for 30 or 40 years. Others choose to go move on and see the world and then broaden their horizons. Those are all based in expectations, because they're moving forward. But it just depends on the point where you decide to break your expectations off and stop progressing. You know, we have a whole group of people right now who are over 60 and retiring, who their expectation was been set to go into retirement. Me, on the other side of it, at 60, I really started excelling, and it's because my expectation kept on going. In another 30 years, I expect to be even doing better then. So, yeah, your expectations, you cut them off. It's your power of choice. You have the choice to cut off what you want at any time, and that's about being in control of your life. And that's how powerful expectations are. You can control your life. When you're on automatic and function just the way society says that you should function, you're not growing.
Expectation Therapy, Art Costello, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kristen. Thank you for having me here.